This is brought to you by PE Live and sponsored by Ewas Royalty, Manette, and Blackpack. My name is Nanaya Ochre. We are coming up in the headlines. The Lands Minister urges MPs to support government to fully implement the Land Act. Dangote Cement Ghana sold 264,000 metric tons of cement in 2022. Later in international news, an award-winning developer based in Boston has reached an agreement to replace the town's aged public housing apartments. Now the news in details. Lands Minister urges MPs to support the government to fully implement the Land Act. Mr. Samuel Abu-Jinapor, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, has called on parliamentarians to support the government in efforts to fully implement the Land Act 2020, which is Act 1036, and digitize records at the Lands Commission. That, he said, would do away with conflicting claims and ensure speedy payment of compensation to claimants. Mr. Jinapor made the call on the floor of Parliament in response to a question from Mr. Mohammed Adam Sakpuru, the Member of Parliament for Sisala West. Currently, in accordance with the State Land Act 1962, which is Act 125, the existing law at the State Lands Regulations 1962 LI 230, 5 claims have been received by the Lands Commission for the payment of compensation. Mr. Jinapor noted that outstanding claims were a result of conflicting claims, with some currently pending before the courts for determination. He therefore said the Lands Commission was working with relevant parties to resolve the conflicting claims and settle the compensation while waiting those pending before the court. Still on land issues, the Asantehene Otunfo Osei Tutu II has advised chiefs to exercise due diligence on issues pertaining to the trade of lands within their jurisdiction. He supplicated them to respect traditional rules, follow due processes, and be transparent and fair in their dealings. He told the Kumasi Traditional Council that it was their duty to do the right thing and not engage in any malpractices by virtue of their positions, which have the tendency to bring the image of the chieftaincy institution into disrepute. The Bantamahene, Bafo Owusu Amankwetia the Sith, and Amekom Hene Nana Edu Mensa Asari have lately been summoned by Asantehene for broiling themselves in some land trade difficulties. Regarding the Bantamahene, he was summoned over the contended double trade of land to one Mr. Amponsa and a church, creating confusion between the two. Away from that, Dangote Cement Ghana sold 264,000 metric tons of cement in 2022. The company said increasing freight costs and overall global supply chain issues are challenging cement supply. Pan-African revenues of about were 4.4% higher than 2021. The region's revenue accounted for 25.6% of total group revenue. In Cameroon, the Dula plant sold about 1.3 metric tons of cement in 2022, relatively flat from what was sold in the previous year. Dangote estimates its market share to have been 32% during the period. Dangote Cement, Sub-Saharan Africa's largest cement producer, recorded a 17% jump in revenue for 2022, reaching 1.6 trillion naira. Despite a slide in sales volume, the industrial giant was able to increase its bottom line by hiking the prices of products to boost turnover, as data from its earnings report shows. The growth was impacted by headwinds from operational costs and the urgency to commit parts of the revenue to expansion. Please stay with us as we go for a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break now. In international news, the Beaufort Housing Authority, BHA, and Wind Development, an award-winning developer based in Boston, have announced they have reached an agreement to replace the town's aged public housing apartments and build approximately 300 mixed-income apartments to meet the community's growing housing needs. An assessment found a high amount of cost-burdened renters and homeowners. The Beaufort Housing Authority has reached a tremendous milestone by entering a public-private partnership with the town of Beaufort to provide affordable, workforce, and attainable housing, according to the chairman of the authority, Richard DeButts Jr. The master developer agreement with Wind Development, one of the country's prominent developers, brings vast experience in building within historical coastal communities. The agreement calls for construction of 100 new public housing apartments to replace the existing apartments, which were built in 1969 and 1970. Housing Authority residents will stay in their homes until the new development is ready for them to relocate. The agreement also calls for approximately 300 additional affordable and workforce apartments to be built on BHA property to save household earning from 30% of the area median income. That's all for news. Thank you for staying with us, and a very big thank you to Iwas Ruti, Manette, and Blackpack for sponsoring. For more news, kindly visit our website www.propertyexpress.org. You can also reach us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at Property Express. This has been PE Live. My name is Nanaya Ochrebia. Have a good time.